On this day, 63 years ago, I remember this day, the first episode of the Jetsons aired. The world fell in love with the space-travelling family. But can you remember what year they existed in?
It's probably sooner than you think. The Jetsons were set in 2062, just 37 years away now. So will we be space-bound by then with flying cars, robot housemaids? And what did other series and movies get right when they predicted the future?
We'll only be able to stand on one foot for 5 minutes then.
five seconds. For a sci-fi tech check-in, let's welcome leading futurist and author Michael McQueen. Hello, Michael.
Good morning.
Hello, mate.
Fairly safe to say the Jetsons may have overestimated. Do you think where we'd be by 2062? What were they close on, though?
Well, they got a few things very right.
Yeah.
So we're talking flat-screen televisions, smartwatches, even video calls we just take for granted. That was all stuff that was somewhat predicted. But the big one is robotics. Remember Rosie, the robot maid, the housekeeper? That's becoming a thing. So I saw a few weeks ago a demo of a tech company that they've got a robot that folds your washing for you. So the estimate is within a decade, about 40% of household chores will be able to be automated or done by a robot. And Elon Musk, I mean, obviously, generally his predictions are a bit out there. By 2040, he reckons 10 billion humanoid robots will be walking among us. Frightening thought, but like that's the order of the Jetsons.
And that would all be Tesla robots, I
Yeah, I suspect so, yes.
Back to the Future predicted we'd be zooming through the skies now, flying cars by now. I'm really excited about this. Are we getting close? I'm running out of time here, Michael.
Yes, we are. We are getting closer. So you look at a company like Ehang, who are Chinese-based.
Yeah.
They've, in the last few weeks, started to be doing flights with tourists, paid tourists. They want to have 100,000 of these in the air by the end of the decade. A company like Joby or Archer Aviation, they're actually, as we speak, getting their flying cars certified to have running in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi by the end of the year. So this stuff is happening. And I think about commute time. So like 300 k's an hour, these things travel. So we're talking Newcastle to Sydney, Toowoomba to Brisbane, Geelong to Melbourne, in about 25 to 30 minutes. So that changes commutes.
There's two things at play here. There's the technology, yes, it could happen, but the practicality of it is another thing entirely, i.e. regulation, etc. So that's sometimes where the hurdle can be, rather than the technology. Right? The Arnold
boring, Kylie. You are boring.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger flick Total Recall has a memorable scene with Johnny Cab. This is a driverless taxi. I mean, this is one thing Hollywood did get right.
Yeah, very right. So at the moment, you look at Waymo, for instance, 250,000 rides per week in fully driverless vehicles right now. So this is
where?
In the US mainly. So we're looking at cities like SF, so San Francisco, LA, Phoenix. In the last few weeks, we've seen Austin, Texas go live, Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville, Miami are about to come online. This is really happening fast. So not science fiction. And I tried it recently myself when I was over there. About 40 seconds of nervousness, and then it felt so natural really quickly.
Yeah, OK. There's also been plenty of dystopic predictions. A Minority Report featured an AI-powered society where advertising was targeted right at individuals. This technology was incredible. It's kind of happening.
It is kind of happening.
It's on my phone every time I say something.
Yeah, it is. So personalised marketing is becoming a really big thing. But what is interesting about Minority Report is that the idea of predicting crime, that's also becoming a thing. So the University of Chicago a few years ago began testing an AI tool that can predict crime up to a week out with 90% accuracy. So it uses massive data sets and goes down to granular, like block by block of big cities to figure out, based on historical data, where crime is likely to occur before it happens.
So honestly, like a Friday night, and it's going to be warm out, so people will be out and the crime's likely to happen. How about health tech? Star Trek's full body scans?
Oh, yes, yeah.
I mean, they're kind of in now already.
Yeah, so we're talking like full-body MRIs. So Ezra is the company leading the way with this. So we're talking 22, 23-minute full-body scans, cost about $500. Another company, in fact, released some fascinating data a few weeks ago. They did a survey of 1,000 healthy patients who did a full-body MRI. They found 42 cases of what were suspected may be cancerous growths. Half of them turned out to be cancerous growths, no other symptoms. So you can get in early and treat things before you even know it's a thing.
Yeah.
On that crime prediction thing, someone stole my yoghurt from the fridge.
Yes?
See you, mate. Thank you.